Welcome you all to Alpha and Omega Mathematics by Vijay Jackson. Let us see the topic ring theory. We define the definition of a ring. The definition of a ring, so we need a non-empty set here. So just to take a non-empty set, a non-empty set, capital R, with two binary operations. Here we are taking two binary operations. It may be addition or multiplication. Denoted by addition and multiplication. So take the multiplication is like a dot. Is called a ring. It's called a ring if the following axioms are satisfied. So what are the axioms? So there are three axioms. So first one is here R comma plus is a abelian group. So it is an abelian group. So first step we have to prove the ring capital R, the non-empty set capital R is an abelian group under addition. So now the second axiom says R comma dot is a semi-group. A non-empty set R is a semi-group under multiplication. Third is a distributive over addition. So multiplicate dot is distributive over addition. So that is to prove A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. So these three conditions, any non-empty set satisfies these three conditions. So you can say that this is a ring under the binary operation addition and multiplication. So actually the next one is a commutative ring. So when do we say that a ring is commutative? So here, so just and take the binary operation multiplication. So A comma B belongs to capital R. Then A dot B equal to B dot A. So then we can conclude that ring is a commutative ring. So abelian ring under the binary operation multiplication. So then we can conclude it is a commutative ring. So based on ring we will do a problem. So the question is now show that Q root 2. We are taking the set Q root 2. So this is equal to A plus B root 2 such that A comma B belongs to capital Q. Yes, a field is a field under usual multiplication. And addition. So here we have defined a ring. So based on that we are doing a problem. So but see here the question is show that one non-empty set is a field. We are proving the non-empty set is a field. So for proving a field we must know about the definition of a field is. So the definition of a field says a commutative ring with identity element. Then the set elements are having a multiplicative inverse. So it has a multiplicative inverse. Then we can say that it is a field. So what is the definition of field? The definition of field says, say a commutative ring with identity element. A commutative ring with identity element. Then it has a multiplicative inverse. So we can say that it is a field. So here the set Q root 2 is given. So we are going to prove that Q root 2 is a field under multiplication and addition. So therefore, first we are checking that the given set Q root 2 is a commutative ring or not. So first we prove that it is a commutative ring. Step 2, the second step, just to find out the multiplicative inverse. So find out the multiplicative inverse, then we can conclude that the set Q root 2 is a field. So the first step 1, so for proving Q root 2 is a ring, for proving Q root 2 is a ring, so you have to prove 3 axioms. The axioms, the first axiom is R comma plus is an abelian group, like that Q root 2, this set is an abelian group under addition. The second axiom, we are going to prove it. This set Q root 2 is a semi-group under multiplication. Then the third one, so third one you have to check that distributive property. So first we are proving that Q root 2 is a ring. So to prove Q root 2 is a field. So step 1. So to prove Q root 2 is a ring. Under multiplication and addition. So for proving Q root 2 is a ring, so let us see the first axiom. The first axiom is R comma plus is an abelian group, but here we are proving Q root 2. So first axiom, Q root 2 is an abelian group, under addition. So Q root 2 is an abelian group under addition we are proving. So for proving it is an abelian group, so you have to check that the first property is closure property. So closure property. So closure property says just to take 2 elements from Q root 2. So Q root 2 elements are in the form A plus B root 2, comma C plus D root 2. Take it 2 elements from Q root 2. So again take the addition. So A plus B root 2 plus C plus D root 2. So this becomes, so just to take it A plus C, this is first element A plus C plus B plus D into root 2. So again see here the resultant value is also in the form of A plus B root 2. Therefore this belongs to Q root 2. So therefore a closure property holds. The next one is associative. So associative, you can easily say that associative is also trivially true. So take any 3 elements from Q root 2, like A plus B root 2, C plus D root 2. So another one is E plus F root 2, like that take it. So find out A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. So if it belongs to Q root 2, definitely associative condition is also, associative property is also true. Third is, second is associative true. Associative property holds. So now third is identity element. So check the identity element under addition. So here, so the identity element, so just to take one element from Q root 2, addition of A plus, actually the procedure says, so A plus E equal to same element, A plus B root 2, you have to get. So this is the identity element place. So here, so you are taking 0 plus 0 root 2. So just to take the element 0 plus 0 root 2. So check that addition of these two, again we have to get the same answer, A plus B root 2. Therefore, 0 plus 0 root 2 is the identity element. In Q root 2 under addition. So the next one is the fourth one, inverse. So for finding inverse, to find inverse element, so inverse procedure says A Okay, our element is now a plus b root 2 plus another one inverse element. This is equal to, you must have 0 plus 0 root 2. 0 plus 0 root 2. So a plus b root 2, just to take the inverse element is like minus a minus b root 2. So a plus b root 2, now add it, a minus a, answer is 0. Plus b root 2 minus b root 2, you are getting 0 root. Therefore, we can say that if any one of the element a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2, so you can say that the inverse of this element is minus a minus b root 2. So inverse element is minus a minus b root 2. So 4 conditions satisfied. The fifth one is, it is commutative under addition. So a plus b equal to b plus a. This is also easily you can say that it is true, trivially true, commutative. Okay. So commutative condition is true. So therefore commutative is also true. Commutative is true. So all the 5 properties are true under addition. Now we can conclude that q root 2 comma plus is an abelian group. Is an abelian group. So this is the first axiom of a ring. So now the second axiom of a ring is, so it is actually r comma second axiom. Second axiom is q root 2 comma dot. Okay, so q root 2 is a semi-group, is a semi-group under multiplication. Under multiplication. Okay, this is the second axiom of a ring. So we are going to check semi-group or not under multiplication. So semi-group, that is you need to check the first two properties, closure and associative. So here also take two elements, a plus b root 2, comma c plus d root 2. So check it belongs to q root 2. So multiply it a plus b root 2 into c plus d root 2. Multiplication answer says, so just to take the ordinary multiplication only, a into c, it is ac plus a d root 2 plus bc root 2 plus root 2 into root is 2. So b into d, so 2bd. So again rewrite this equation. So ac plus 2bd plus AD plus BC into square root of 2. So this is also in the form of A plus B root 2. This element is in the form of A plus B root 2. Therefore, this is belongs to Q root 2. So therefore, Q root 2 is closed under multiplication. The next is associative under multiplication. So like the previous one, under addition, so here we can check that just to take 3 elements from q root 2. So check the associative property under multiplication. So take it a plus b root 2, c plus d root 2. Third element is e plus f root 2. So multiply it. So definitely it belongs to q root 2. So therefore we can say that associative is also associative wholes. Associative wholes in q root 2 comma dot under multiplication. The second axiom of a ring is also true. Now the third one is distributive. So third axiom is, so to check multiplication is distributive over addition. So that is a dot b plus c is equal to a dot b plus a dot c. This is the distributive property. So now, so here also you can take it, okay. So a plus b root 2, okay. So a plus b root 2, c plus d root 2 plus e plus f root 2. So this we can prove it. So a plus b root 2 into c plus d root 2, multiply it, definitely we'll get the answer. Int plus a plus b root 2 plus e plus f root 2. So see here, so therefore distributive property also holds. Then we can say that capital Q of root 2 comma plus comma dot is a commutative ring. It's a commutative ring. So we have proved. So now the next part of the question is, so you are checking that it has a multiplicative inverse or not. Okay. This is step 2. Step 2. So to find multiplicative inverse. So suppose, okay, so suppose a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2, okay. So another element, okay, we are taking the another element. The another element is one multiplicative inverse means identity element of a ring. Multiplicative identity element is 1 actually, okay. So multiplicative identity is 1. So therefore, suppose 1 by a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2 means, okay, so you can write it out, a plus b root 2 into 1 by a plus b root 2. See, this is equal to 1. Okay, this is actually multiplicative inverse property. So suppose a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2 means 1 by a plus b root 2, it is also belongs to q root 2. You can write the multiplicative inverse, this is equal to 1. But a plus b root 2, we know that this is in this form, all the elements are belongs to q root 2. But 1 by a plus b root 2 exists or not, we have to check it. Okay. So 1 by a plus b root 2, so whether it belongs to q root 2 or not. Okay. So now check it. So this is to check 1 by a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2 or not. So see here. So for checking this, find out 1 by a plus b root 2, this is equal to, so in the numerator and denominator multiply it by a minus b root 2 divided by a plus b root 2 into a minus b root 2. So here take it, a is not equal to 0, b is also not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0 because if it is equal to 0, it will be the identity element. Okay. So a is not equal to 0, b is not equal to 0. So now see here, after taking multiplication, a minus b root 2 divided by a square minus 2b square. Okay. So a square minus 2b square actually not equal to 0. A square minus 2b square not equal to 0 only. This element 1 by a plus b root 2 exists. In the denominator is not equal to 0. Okay. So now we are proving that a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. To prove a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. So therefore, so see here, suppose a equal to, if a not equal to 0, b equal to 0, then a square minus 2b square becomes, this is also not equal to 0. Okay. So because a square is not equal to 0, and another possibility, a equal to 0, b is not equal to 0. So this case also a square minus 2b square answer is not equal to 0. Now the third case, a is not equal to 0, b is not equal to 0. This case also a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. Okay. So the denominator is not equal to 0. Okay. So suppose a square minus 2b square is equal to 0 comes. Okay. So 0 comes, then a square equal to 2b square, a equal to plus or minus square root of 2b. Okay. So plus or minus square root of 2b. So therefore a by b equal to plus or minus root 2. Okay. So plus or minus root 2, square root of 2 is actually irrational numbers. It is not rational. Okay. So, but our set is a rational set, q root 2. Our set is q root 2. Therefore, so definitely a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. Okay. So, because square root of 2 is not belongs to q root 2. Okay. So, this is actually not belongs to q root 2. Root 2 is irrational. Okay. So, therefore, a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. So, how we are proving, see here? So, a plus b root 2, 1 by a plus b root 2 equal to 1. This is actually multiplicative inverse. So, therefore, suppose a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2 means, so we are proving that the element is in the form 1 by a plus b root 2 is also belongs to q root 2. Okay. So, for checking that, so we have considered 1 by a plus b root 2. So, both numerator and denominator multiply it, a minus b root 2. Then we are getting the answer a minus b root 2 divided by a square minus 2b square. So therefore, again in the denominator should not be equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, it goes to infinity. We can't find this element. Okay. So the element does not exist. So therefore, we are checking now the denominator a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. Okay. So suppose here we are taking all the possibilities of a and b. So suppose a is not equal to 0, b equal to 0. So what will happen? A square minus 2b square, this is not equal to 0. So suppose a equal to 0, b is not equal to 0. This case also a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. Okay. So in all the cases a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. So suppose a square minus 2b square equal to 0 means what will happen? So that will also you have to check it. So a square equal to 2b square. So we are getting a by a divided by c, b equal to plus or minus square root of 2. But square root of 2 is a irrational number, that is known. But our set is a set of all rational numbers. Therefore, this number square root of 2 does not belongs to capital Q root 2. So therefore, definitely the denominator a square minus 2b square is not equal to 0. So therefore, the element 1 by a plus b root 2 exists. Okay. So the element 1 by a plus. So now we can conclude that. So the element 1 by a plus b root 2 belongs to q root 2. So therefore, multiplicative inverse. Okay. Therefore, multiplicative inverse is also exists. It has multiplicative inverse. It has multiplicative inverse. So therefore, we can conclude that q root 2 is a field. Q root 2 is a field under addition and multiplication. So again, ring, we have seen about ring definition. So ring definition, a non-empty set and two binary operations. So after that, there are three axioms should satisfy. So the first axiom is R comma plus is an abelian group under addition. Then second axiom says, okay, second axiom says R is a semi-group under multiplication. Third axiom, multiplication is distributive over addition. So here we have proved one problem. So we have proved that set Q root 2 is a field. So field definition says a commutative ring with identity element and it has a multiplicative inverse. Then we can say that it is a field. So here we have proved, first of all, Q root 2 set is a ring under addition and multiplication. Finally, we have checked about multiplicative inverse. So we have got the multiplicative inverse answer. Finally, we can conclude that Q root 2 is a field.